Hiya. Okay, so we're going to make some installation videos, various things. Today we're going to do the wool double ender into regular hair as a temporary style. These can be added in by braiding. These can be done in a studio or at yourself at home. And this braid that we've done here on the double ender is called a blanket blade, and what it does is it uses up a lot of the hair quickly, and this hair on this mannequin is really quite long, so it's a good example for long hair. What else can I tell you? These double enders, the wool double enders, are great to wear to try out before you go real dreads, or they're great for hair for people that've got fine hair like myself and don't want to create too much damage. They are really lightweight and fun, and you can wear half a head, full head, yeah. Selling lots of them at the moment, so we thought we'd do a little video and show you how to self-install. Okay, so I'm just going to move around the other side of the camera and start the installation. We've already got one here, so you can look at that. It's really quite neat. And then we'll do these two here. Okay. Alright, so what I like to do, and I'm sure there's probably loads of other ways to do this, but this is kind of just where I've ended up being the happiest to do, is you get the section. So usually around the neckline I like to put 3 sections, and we divide the section in half. We find the middle of the double ender and we flick the top up the top and clip it down so it's out of the way nicely and secure. And all I do is fold over the top piece of hair, fold over the second piece of hair and wrap that around the lock. Fold over, wrap around the back, fold over the other side, wrap around the back, fold over the other, wrap around the back, and that's all you do. And you just keep pulling it tight. Now I'll just shut up and you can watch, because it might be easier just to watch if my fingers are out of the way. Wrap around. I'll just try and keep doing it. Silky this hair. I'll just put my hand around the other side of the camera, see if that helps. It's hard not to want to hold it in place because it's silky. Okay, hope you can still see that. So there's gaps along mine, but you know, that's because I'm trying to slow it down and do it for you guys. So you get the idea is that we have this lovely pattern along one side and the wrapping side on the other side. So I'm just going to move the camera back just a little bit so we can see the end bit. So we keep going down to the end of the hair. So basically the dread stays in spot. We don't move the dread at all. We just work the other 2 pieces of hair around it to create a nice bind. Now when we get to the end, you'll end up with a piece of hair like this. Now you can, if you wanted to be super neat, you could put a little bit of product on there just to make it nice and no flyaways. And then you wrap that around the section on top of the hair. It's very important to do it on top of the hair and not on top of the wool, because that will want to dread, the hair will want to dread to the wool, because the wool is quite activated in hot water and soap, and when you wash your hair that will start dreading there, and you don't want to do that because it'll be hard to get out. Now to finish off, you can use elastic bands like the the little tiny loom band type ones, those little tiny ones. They're great, but they do snap often. And there's this lovely product that you can buy. I'm just doing it in a dark colour just so you can see. It's just like, it's called Elastic Matrix, and it's just this amazing non-breaking thread elastic. You can put it in hot water and it doesn't snap. It sort of dulls out and disappears into the dread as well over time. So what I do is I leave one strand down my hand, and I use the other one. I just wrap around that section, and I just come down onto the wool just a little bit. Find the other end and give 1, 2, 3 standard knots. That's all I do, pulling them quite tight, and then I snip that super short like that, and I release the top, and that is an installation of a double ender. Now you can see it's super quick. It's really good, uses up the hair really quickly, and it stays in. Now it really, really does stay in. There is absolutely no reason to do it super tight to the scalp. I find that just creates damage up here, and actually the wool can be super itchy as well to some people. So I like to keep it off the scalp. Now, I like people to wear them for a month, 1 month, to check, see what this is doing up here, see if it's matting, whether it's okay, and leave them in if it's okay. But if there's issues going on up here, I would remove them after 4 weeks. Especially for fine-headed people. I'd never wear them longer than that. Be super careful on fine hair. You want a nice size section. You don't want to pack in too many. You don't want too much length. You just got to be really mindful. It's a real, you think, oh yeah, I can do that and it'll be fine, but really don't, because you end up with tension alopecia, and it's just really not cool. It's happened to myself, and just don't do it. If the hair is strong and plentiful, okay, yeah, you could probably do it tighter up there, but really there's no need. This type of braid stays in really super, super well. It doesn't come undone. You just get the regrowth here coming down, and that's normal. To remove, what I would do is snip this elastic down the bottom and just use a comb that has got a nice sharp end on it, just to flick this along, and it will all come unraveled, and then you'll have super, super duper curly hair, which is always fun. Okay, so that's one double ender. I'm going to do another one just so you can see again. Where are we? Okay, that's good. All right, so we've got the section again. Divide the section in half. You can divide the section just in a straight line, or you can go across it like that. That's kind of nice when you're working around the front of the head, makes them lie nicely. Get your double ender. Again, find the middle, put the middle to the scalp, and pin up the one on the top. And again, one strand across the front of the dread, and one laying down. That one goes around the back, and that one comes down. So you just literally, and just push up to the top. Some people do like a double wrapping around here and all other tight things. You really just don't do it. There's absolutely no need. You're just going to create issues, and it'll be too tight and too uncomfortable. So strand down and down around the back, strand down and around the back, strand down and around the back, strand down, lay it in front and around the back, strand down and around the back. Well, I hope you can see that clearly. I'm just going to keep going. With each one, I just give it a little bit of a push up. So you want all the pressure to be created here, in this section here, not this section here. That section's fine to be left a little bit softer, safer for the hair and the scalp. Nice and tight here. I'm actually doing it so tight it's actually bending a bit. Just keep going down again till you get to the end. There we go. Last bit, twist off, wrap it around the back and wrap it around the hair itself, not around the dread. Hold it tight, get the elastic, find a halfway point, wrap it around. This stuff's brilliant, it's made everything so much easier. Tie a knot, tie a knot, and tie a knot. And snip off. And then release the top clip. So that's 3 sections, and each section has 2 dreads. So effectively you double up on everything. Now you can install these as single enders, and all you do is you'd put a loop on this piece of wool, thread the hair through, and then do the same blanket braid down there. Sometimes it's nice to have single enders around the neckline so that it doesn't pull too tight and you don't get any tension spots around the neck area. That's a really good point. And it's also nice to have single enders around the hairline at the very front if you're doing a full head. But for a half a head of wool, this is ideal. And I'll probably do 2 more rows, and I'd class that as half a head. At the moment, a black cockatoo, you can get half a head of wool for $100 plus $50 for an install. So $150 for a really good change of hairstyle, and also a great way to try out dreads. Now the wool can be reused, it can be reused again and again and again, which is a great thing. Or the opposite thing you can do is, if you decide to go with real dreads, you could use them as an extender. So you cut them and then blend them into your dread at the end. It makes a really, really good dreadlock extender. All right, I hope that's been useful, and catch you next time. Cheers.